All right. Should we do barrel or nah?
Let's do it.
All right. Carrying a knife.
Ooh, I'm going to go barrel. As a kid, I remember the first pocket knife I got. It was a buck knife. I thought I was so cool having my buck knife. And
How old?
I was probably 6 or 7.
Wow. It's
Yeah.
young to be carrying a knife.
Well, I mean, it was a little pocket knife, right? Like
I
just
thought
a
you
little
said buck.
buck knife. That's what it's called, a buck knife. But it's like a
What
buck
makes
is the
it
brand.
buck?
Buck is the brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think of a buck knife as being like a certain size.
No, I think you're thinking of a Bowie knife. That's a Bowie knife. That's a specific kind of knife. A buck knife is just a brand. They make all kind of knives. My little pocket knife gave me such great pleasure that I wished, and then later graduating into the Swiss Army or playing with my dad's Swiss Army, like all of the ones that had the toothpicks and whatnot in them. I've always been a knife fan. I don't carry, but a fan of the pocket knife.
So that is, to my point, is carrying a knife in adulthood. Like you'll be, let's say you need to open a box or something and you're out in public or whatever at the beach and you're in the back of your car and you need to cut something and somebody goes, oh, I got a knife. And they just whip out of their back pocket or even worse on their belt holder. They have an actual case for it and they whip that thing out. And I look at that guy and I think,
Ready for anything.
I appreciate his readiness. That's a good
look.
Yeah, good, virtuous kind of thing. But what do you think you're going to encounter in your life where you need a knife other than a box? I mean, do you think that there's going to be like a coyote that jumps out and you're going to have to defend yourself?
Bear, maybe.
Maybe a cat burglar? What?
I'm telling you, get yourself a pocket knife, put it in your knife pocket of your jean.
The fifth pocket?
The fifth pocket. Just walk around for a minute. Don't get caught going to the airport. I've had to cough up a pocket knife at the airport before.
I've lost one at a concert.
Yeah.
But okay, if it's in the fifth pocket and I go to sit down, I can't bend my leg because the knife's blocking it.
Pretty cool.
You got to take that out every time?
You take your knife out and slap it on the table.
I can't even get my finger in that fifth pocket to slide it out.
You just got to find the right knife for you.
What do you think the size is of the right knife for me?
2 inches.
Okay.
3 inches.
Okay.
Flip out blade.
Okay.
Cutting boxes, cutting cheese, cutting apples, cutting...
that guy, so the guy who carries the knife is willing to cut anything that if you had an apple, he would just be like, you want me to cut that for you?
I'll cut that apple. You could whittle when you're bored, grab a stick and just start whittling.
Okay.
I'm telling you, we need a proper surf knife. I feel that it's a category that surf has not done. I feel we could crush a surf knife. It could have a fin key also on it.
Wax comb.
A little wax comb could flip out. That's a fantastic idea we just had here. Surf knife.
Yeah. We come up with a lot.
All the time. Yeah, barrel.
I also question that dude, though. The dude is always weird.
He's always weird, but he's
Always.
ready for anything. When the apocalypse hits, really? I mean,
You want to be friends with that guy.
You want to be friends with the weird knife guy.
But I don't want to hang out with him over drinks.
But imagine, though, if you're there with your soda drink, there's a lemon on the tree. He just goes and plucks the lemon. Cut. Lemon in your soda drink.
It might be worth it to have him around, even though like he's going to bring up weird conspiracy theories and like the dark web.
It's totally worth.
It'll be worth it when he's able to cut things that I need cut.
When he's willing, when you have a beautiful slice of apple with a perfect piece of cheese on top of it, then any conspiracy listening is worth that.
Okay. So I shouldn't carry a pocket knife. I should bring the guy who carries the pocket knife.
I'm going to say also, try to be the guy who carries the pocket knife.
All right.
Try to work into being the guy.
Your experience from childhood, I have that same nostalgia for pocket knives. There was some sales related thing. You know, when you're a kid and like you're in Boy Scouts or whatever it is, maybe Little League, because I was never in Boy Scouts. They give you these like here's a catalog. You got to sell candy bars or whatever it is, and then you can get stuff out of this catalog. One of the things in the catalog was a pocket knife.
Yeah.
And I tried to convince my dad, like, hey, can I please be trusted with this responsibility? And it was probably about the same age as you, maybe 8. And he acquiesced. He's like, you can get the pocket knife. So I got the pocket knife, and he gave me this long lesson of here's how you use it, and you got to be careful. Right. I immediately went outside and started like digging in the garden with it and pushed the wrong. I tried to close the blade, but pushed the blade rather than the back of the blade accidentally and sliced my thumb, and was so worried that I was going to get in trouble from my dad that I went and put a Band-Aid on it and then rubbed the Band-Aid in dirt so it looked like an old Band-Aid, because I knew if he saw a brand new Band-Aid, he would know it was related to the pocket knife. So sure enough, over lunch, he's like, dude, David, did you cut yourself with a pocket knife? And I'm like, nope, this happened earlier in the week at school.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, how? And I had no backup story. I thought I could get away with just that. I had no backup for how it had happened. And he was able to identify it. And I got in trouble for lying.
Did you lose pocket knife privilege?
I think I did.
Oof.
But I think I mainly remember just getting in trouble for lying.
Okay.
You know?
Well, that's good.
But yeah.
As you should have.
Yep. All right. So barrel on
Big barrel.
carrying a knife. Barrel or nah, posting about your birthday on social media.
Nah.
This is so obviously nah, but this is a new trend. And it used to be reserved for the fairer sex.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, turning 21, female post with like her friends drinking because
Sure.
it's the first time going out to the bar legally without using the fake ID. I've seen males now posting a selfie saying, thrilled, you know, 25 is a new year.
35 rotations around the sun.
Like dudes who I kind of like and respect, and now I have to downgrade them in my mind.
Yeah. It's a big no. It is
Big
a
no.
big no. There's something about still stoicism in a man. And I know that it's a trait that I think is not well loved anymore, but
It's overlooked,
just be quiet. Sit there and be quiet, especially about your damn birthday.
says the two guys talking for 90 minutes a week.
Jabbering nonstop. But regarding birthdays, no. When's your birthday?
October 1st.
When your birthday starts coming around, do you start hinting lightly?
I don't even want to acknowledge my birthday.
Yep.
I have zero. Hitler had a birthday.
Yep.
Like Charles Manson had a birthday. Like every human being
Everyone
has
has a
had a
birthday.
birthday. I am not special because of this thing.
Are you happy when your birthday goes by more or less unnoticed? Or do you think, I would have liked a little bit more attention than I got?
I want
That's okay.
zero attention.
Okay.
Zero.
Good.
I like attention for things that I have earned.
Yes.
So like if I've done some level of good work,
You want some attention.
I would appreciate, you know, a pat on the back and people going, hey, I really appreciated that. That was great. Good job. Your, I don't know what, your hard work paid off. And so I want to congratulate you on that hard work. I feel good about that level of attention.
Yeah.
But if it's superficial attention, or again, attention for something that every single human being on the planet over all history and all time has had, then I'm not, that doesn't make me special.
What if your girlfriend, this next birthday, boom, the big surprise. Like you walk into Chili's and it is packed. 50 to 80 of your closest friends, relatives, long lost people coming back into your life. I mean, would you be like, oh, well, that was fun? Or would you be like gritting your teeth the entire Chili's adventure?
I'd like to see all those people. I don't need it to be about me. You know, like if they're all there focusing their attention on me, I'm not comfortable with that level of attention.
Yeah.
I get uncomfortable with that.
Great.
But I would like to see all those people.
Sure.
So, and by the way, plan that day for the anniversary of when we first launched the podcast, because that's something to celebrate.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like pick a more meaningful day.
Should we throw, what podcast are we on?
I want to say 77.
Somewhere around there. We're rounding the bend though. Within sometime this coming year, we'll hit 100, right?
Yeah.
Should we throw a big public party for our 100th podcast?
That'd be amazing. Yes, we should.
Okay.
We definitely should.
Okay.
This is 77. I just looked it up.
That's perfect
Yeah,
because
that's
that'll-
worth celebrating.
and 20 odd or 23 podcasts, 23 weeks. COVID will be done by then, right? 23 weeks.
Hopefully.
That's like a lot of months.
Hopefully.
How many months is that? That's 6 months. Isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. So what is behind the dude posting on Instagram for his own birthday?
I think
Is this narcissism?
no, I just think the unfortunate strokes you get, like that kick your brain, whatever. I read somewhere that like getting a like is you get a surge of dopamine similar to, all those reports, something else that makes you feel happy. So I think the strokes you get, even if you, and because you'll see the ones too, like not really wanting to admit it, but they really want the feel good, like happy birthday, a lot of comment kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll do kind of the, oh man, getting older sure does feel bummer,
Right.
But whatever, like
Yeah.
trying to kind of backdoor into getting it. But I think people just really I think people are lonely, probably especially lonely in the coves, and then just wanting the strokes, the birthday strokes.
Man, now that makes me sad and
should.
sympathetic for them.
You should, every male you see, you shouldn't shame out of doing it. You should say,
Give them what
happy
they want.
birthday, buddy.
Got to give them
Yeah.
what they want.
Happy birthday, friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have these conversations.
It is
so I can reset.
It is no barrel to do, big barrel to wish somebody happy birthday on Instagram.
You just don't want to be the guy who's actually posting it.
No,
but
no,
you
no.
should support there.
Support the guy. If the guy needs to be supported, he very clearly is reaching out for,
Exactly. Yeah,
for something.
totally.
Yeah.
Final barrel or not for the day. Shark Week.
I don't know how Shark Week is still going, and this is probably exactly how people feel about Beach Grits Shark articles.
That's why I bring it up.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of Shark Week, never watched it, never cared about it. And then the more and more gimmicky it's gotten. Last year, somebody fought a shark. I can't remember, or a dinosaur fought a shark, or so. What was it? A bear fought a
Grizzly.
shark?
Yeah, it was a grizzly bear. I
Something
think.
like that. This year, Mike Tyson is fighting a shark. Very clearly not. It's going to be Mike Tyson, just like they did with the dumb grizzly bear thing. Like they'll have scientists talking about the strength of Mike Tyson's punch versus the strength of a shark's bite. And at the end, one of them will win the theoretical bout. But no. Enjoy Beach Grits shark articles. But that is my amount. That is my capacity for shark.
Shark Week has turned into Shark Year
Yeah.
on Beach Grit.
It has.
What Discovery Channel figured out was, did anybody even know about Discovery Channel prior? It was like kind of for science nerds, maybe.
Yep.
At the time, it had like this very niche kind of applicability and audience. And through one programming decision,
Shark
they have become almost the most famous. Like that is the biggest branding move ever. And have lived off it for a decade now.
Sharks move the needle, man. Sharks still move the needle. That's why Beach Grit does it. I know people get frustrated. I know it's a pain to scroll through them, but in truth, that's the way we're able to do what we do, more or less. I mean, or have been. Like that's how we can get outside of the typical surf bubble, and not have to do dumb, stupid, whatever else people make money. That's what we do. That's our dumb, stupid way.
So barrel or not on Shark Week?
I'm not on Shark Week, but barrel on sharks.
Okay.
The Shark Week itself, I just don't know what. It's really rude. I should listen to my own criticism here. I just don't know what else there is to learn about sharks at this point.
I've never watched a single episode
Yeah.
of any Shark Week programming ever.
Have you accidentally stumbled in on somebody watching Shark Week and or somebody flicking past Shark Week?
I don't even think I have access to Shark Week. I mean, I've had cable. I don't have cable now, but I probably had it for a decade or two of my life. I don't know if I even had the Discovery Channel during that time.
Yeah.
Just
so you're no barrel on Shark Week.
good for the Discovery Channel, but no, it doesn't add any value to my life in any way. I liked seeing Mike Tyson though.
Here's the thing. Yeah, Mike Tyson looked good. And viciously punching surfboards to show his fitness. Did you see that?
And I like that you identified it as an unglassed surfboard.
It was.
Because I could punch through that.
I mean, let's be honest here. Did it even have a stringer in it? Might have been stringerless.
It did.
Real quick though, sharks are endlessly fascinating. Oh, like the one that just jumped and plucked a boy off the boat in Australia.
Saw the headline.
Great white. Plucked a boy off a boat.
How did it actually happen?
He jumped out of the water and grabbed the boy and pulled the boy into the water.
So I'm envisioning him arcing over the boat, tipping his head down, pulling the kid with him. No chance that happened.
No.
He like bobbed up. The kid was probably sitting on the edge of the boat. The shark saw like what looked like bait hanging off of the boat, and he just bobbed up like Jaws does and pulled him in.
Something like that.
Okay.
But still fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I mean, and terrifying.
In the scenario where sharks become smarter and start adapting to people that aren't in the water, like that's scary.
I take it back. I'm barrel on Shark Week. The tracking sharks as they get smarter and as we get dumber. People are going this way. Sharks are going this way. At some point,
We're going to meet in the middle.
we're going to meet in the middle. People are going to be as smart as sharks. And then there's going to be a battle royale.
Sharks with freaking laser beams on their forehead.
Exactly. But maybe Mike Tyson is basically as smart as a shark. And so this is like this is the future. We're just getting a early glimpse of what the future will be.
So if the Discovery Channel actually gets the world's smartest shark
Yep.
against Mike Tyson, you're right. That could be the nexus.
It could be they exactly the same intelligent.
Yeah. Amazing.
Fascinating.
It really is fascinating.
Yeah.
I think the shark would win the fight, by the way.
I mean, Iron Mike's got a robust left hook.
It's a vicious punch, but he can hit that thing in the side. Like, I don't think the shark even
I think if he hit the shark in the eye, he could pop that shark's eye right out of his head.
They say if you are attacked by a shark, go for the eye or the gills.
Yeah.
Like sticking your hand in the gills is uncomfortable for them.
I think Mike Tyson could kill a shark with one left body blow to the gills.
Not immediately. The shark would swim away in pain and then die from internal bleeding.
Yeah, but I think it would leave Iron Mike alone.
Well, Discovery Channel has a lot to unpack there. And honestly, that could be a movie. It could be more than one episode.
Sure.
This could become like Sharknado 8.
Mike Tyson
Mike
v.
Tyson
Shark.
versus,
Yeah.
in outer space.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well,